GPS on? WA6AJ, AA6S, over.
It is.
Yeah, so's mine.
I'm locked in.
K6USY.
K6, Uncle Sierra, Yokohama. We hear you loud and clear, Aaron. Go ahead, AA6S.
Yeah, good evening, Bill.
K6USY, WA6AJ.
Hey, WA6AJ, you're a little off frequency and narrow. Are you, what radio are you using? Are you on a 9700?
I'm on a 9700.
Okay, hit the function button and make sure your TBW is set to wide.
Stand by.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're running on narrow at the moment.
You are correct. Is this any better?
Oh, there's all the frequency response.
I don't know how that happened.
Maybe you're working some rare DX on 2 meters.
Yeah, if I sell you, maybe.
That'd be about it.
Am I on frequency better?
Yep, that's an improvement.
Okay. I'm not locked like the lock guys.
Yeah, Mike and I are locked. If you ever want one, let us know. It only takes like 10 minutes to install it.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, I might just get motivated and buy one.
What do you have to put outside?
You just need a place to put a GPS antenna. So if you got a windowsill to set it in, I ended up putting mine up in the attic and it works just fine.
Do you have to buy it separate? Does it come with it or what?
No, it all kind of comes. You buy the mod board for the radio, and then you buy the GPS receiver, and that comes with the antenna.
Okay, what all that cost?
I'd have to go look. It's like a couple $100.
Now, if you get one, Mike, I'm not going to be outdone. I'll get one too.
Okay. Aaron, will that, if I put that outside of my room, which is inside a metal shop building, would it work?
Yeah, it just needs GPS, and it only needs, a couple of them. It's not like it needs full view of the sky. Shoot, my attic is built like a freaking Faraday cage with all the insulation, but I stuck my GPS antenna up in the attic in one of my dormers, and I have no problems getting a GPS lock.
Okay, well, I can get my Verizon into this room inside the metal building, so I don't know if that's any comparison or not.
GPS is up at like 12 gigahertz or something like that, and of course the antenna has like a little LNA thing in it, so it's powered. Let's see here. I'm looking at what you need to get here. I'm putting it in my cart real quick. I gotta price this, and then I think there's a jumper cable that you need too. There we go. So it comes out. Of course, you got to order these things from like Germany or whatever. So it's $212, and then you pay for shipping.
Anyway,
Michael, I don't know if I can afford the drain on my power line there.
Anything like that on a text or email?
Yeah, I could send you what you need.
Okay, it's just my call at Gmail.
Mike, can we afford the added power on the grid?
I don't know. You're talking a hell of a lot of addition to it.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's a lot of juice, man.
Yeah, PG&E can handle it.
I don't know if Edison can, though.
Oh, that's right. You guys are on Edison down there.
Yeah, it's 10 cents a kilowatt cheaper.
Well, we can handle it. Mike's off the grid, so that made room.
That's okay. I have solar.
K6NYC, WB6.
I do too. Just no batteries.
Somebody just broke in, AA6S. QRZ, AA6S.
Yeah, QRZ, WB6 ISO.
Yeah, WB6 ISO, AA6S, no problem. WB6 ISO, AA6S, go ahead.
Yeah, very, very pleasant. Good evening. Not too terribly strong up here. Can you take some early check-ins for me? Over.
I can copy, but I don't know if I'll copy the calls good. It's a little choppy. Go ahead.
Yeah, a little choppy up here as well. Yeah, if you could take some early check-ins, we greatly appreciated. If you're ready, just let me know and I'll pass you some numbers over.
Yeah, it's a lot of flutter. Can you copy him, Mike?
No, he's weak.
Yeah, you got a lot of flutter. So I don't think I'm going to try it. WB6 ISO, AA6S.
I can hear you a lot better that trip. Over. Any better copy now? Over.
It's still about the same. You're about an S4. I copy you okay, but it's very choppy up and down real fast.
Down there, they could take some early check-ins. Over.
Check-in who? Check-in who?
Yeah, I just had some early check-ins, but if the band is not good enough to do it right now, we'll have to try later. Over.
Yeah, roger, AA6S.
Okay, Mike, you got an email sitting in your inbox.
Yep, I just opened it. Thank you.
Yeah, you need all three items. One of them is the board that goes in the 9700. The second one is the actual GPS receiver that comes with the antenna. And then the third one is just a little SMA jumper to connect the two.
Okay. So what would you use if you need to get like 20 feet from the... Where's the receiver? There's no physical connection between the receiver and the 9700, is there?
Yes, there is. That's what the third item is. And then the GPS antenna that comes with the GPS receiver has got like a 20-foot cord or something. I'm looking up how long the cord is, but it's pretty long.
Oh, okay. All right, that would definitely help a lot.
5 meters. Yeah, the active antenna with a 5-meter cable is provided. So you got, as long as as I said, you can get it into a window or rafters or just, it just needs to be somewhere where it gets a GPS lock and then just don't touch it.
Okay. Well, worst case is I'd have to drill a hole in the metal building.
Well, they do have waterproof GPS antenna options if you have to go that route. The one that they ship with it is not waterproof.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me, let me do some figuring here. I'll figure it out. Bill won't have that problem, although you might, Bill, with your aluminum layered comp roof. Over.
Yeah, I'd have to have the waterproof one. I'd set it up on the air conditioner out there, or by maybe where the weather vane is there, the weather station. Yeah, if you let me know how much the total is, and I'll get the wife to send you a check if you want to order a couple of them, Michael.
All right. Well, I'll look at it tomorrow online and see what it's doing.
10-4 rubber duck and all that good stuff. Well, at least the amplifier's doing something, I hope.
It's producing RF.
Yeah, you ought to see this butchered one I got. A Henry, I was almost thinking about getting it just for the heck of it. But after looking inside of it, I'm not going to tell the guy I'll give him any money for it. He said somebody give him $1,000 for it, man. It's been rodeoed. And I got his AL-1500. And I was talking to Mike, and the AL-1500, I see what mighty fine junk is. It looks like it was a prototype instead of a finished product. Ain't much, but I did fix it. I changed an IC and a capacitor in the thing, and I haven't tried it I got it wired up on my 12-volt power supply, the time delay stuff, and nothing had turned on. And now I got it where it turns on, and I got to he's got a dryer outlet on it. I got to put my kind of plug on it in order to plug it in, but make sure it works. But boy, they ain't much. Aaron, go ahead.
B6 ISO?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you copy any better now?
It's still about the same. I can copy it, but I can put my earphones on and see if I can make out half of it. Go ahead.
I'm copying you up here 100%, no problem with conditions. Anyway, could you just take these numbers down real quick, over?
Let me get my earphones on and see if I can copy it okay here. Between the flutter and my hearing aids, we'll see what happens. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
I can hear him too.
160, 160. 336, break.
Okay, start over again. Let's put my headphones. I got the 3360 or whatever you said, I think, when I was putting the earphones on. Say it again there. WB6ISO AA6S.
Yeah, okay, next number, 782. 849, break.
782-849. I got the numbers. I think I'm back in the military. What's going on with the numbers? I don't understand them.
Well, if you wasn't able to copy the full thing, KA6OSX, that's 160. N1 PPP, Dave, number 336. N6BX, November 6 Bravo X-ray, Larry, 782, break.
Okay, I got N6BX 782 and KA6 something after that. What's after the KA6?
I got it, Bill.
KA6 Ocean X-ray, KA6 Ocean Sierra X-ray, that's Kent 160. Then N1 Papa, that was Dave 336, over.
N1 PP Papa Bravo, N1 PP 336. Okay, this looks like chicken scratch in front of me. Did you say you copied it all, Aaron?
Chicken scratch will work, no problem.
Yeah, let him know that I got them copied, and then I'll relay them.
6 Bravo X-ray, that was Larry, 782. The next number I'll give you is Kilowatt Alpha 6 November Bravo Charlie, KA6 November Bravo Charlie, that's 849.
Okay, KA6 NBC 849. Okay, now that I've got where I can write the stuff down and read it, I think Aaron's got most of it.
Okay, next number, November 6, Angel, November, India, 1016NI, that's Mr. Dan, number 132, over.
Okay, K6TNI and 132, yeah, you're coming in fine now, go ahead.
Okay, the last one I have is a Whiskey Alpha 6, Lima, India, Italy, WA6LIE, and that is number 618, and that's Mr. Scott, over.
You said WA6LIE, Echo?
Roger, LIE, yes, correct, over.
Okay. I got WA6LIE, Scott, go ahead.
And I think that's about all I got for us at this
I got it, Bill.
time. Yeah, of course, I'm 86, WB6ISO, number 86, over.
WB6IXO, and you said 8 what?
He's 86.
At this particular time, and I thank you very, very much for taking my early check-in from up in the Northern California area, and hope everything's doing fine for you down there, over.
Yeah, Roger, you're coming in fine. I'm just a lousy writer downer here, WB6IXO, and I'm unprepared to write stuff down. I don't do that much. Anyway, you're Q5 here without any trouble. Very good signal, about a 7-8, something like that. WB6IXO, AA6S, over.
Thank you very, very much. I do appreciate it, and you have a fine evening down there Promotions are up and down, I've been copying you at 559 all the time. No problem, no big signals here. Up and down. The 100% copy. No problem. You're doing a mighty fine job. Over.
Yeah, QSL, I got the headphones on. It's okay. I have to have them on with my hearing aids so I don't have a bunch of noise. I got fans running and stuff. And anyway, I got bum ears, I guess. Anyway, we got everything here. 73 is WB6IXO A6S.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate it, and give my best to that gang down that way. WB6IXO 73 here. Thank you.
QSL.
Good evening, Bill.
I'm relaying numbers to Rob right now.
Yeah, Roger, Aaron.
K6USY, WA6AAJ. 711.
Hey, John. Yeah, we're still waiting for Mike.
Okay. Well, I'm working on skip. 36MI.
Good evening, Bill. And 6BYH.
Yeah, and 6BYH. I think I'm back around here in 6BYH. How you doing, Mike? A6S, over.
Yeah, good. I haven't talked to you in a while. Just want to say hi before the net started.
Hey, Roger. Good hearing you, and not much happening down here. And Michael says it's going to get cold next week, so I guess I'm going to have to turn my heaters on, my little electric guys on for a while there, and then go and see what they do, and then go back to the gas there. But anyway, I'm looking forward to some cool weather finally. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, it's coming. It's typical right around Halloween here, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. All right, get back to that. I think it's going to start here in a second. So good talking with you, Bill. A6S and 6BYH.
Yeah, Roger there, Mike. 6BYH, A6S. See you later. Take care.
Hey, Aaron?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see the GPS antenna under the 3.
Well, it's included with the first item. If you scroll down to the pictures on the first item, the antenna is included with the GPS receiver.
Okay, roger that. Thank you.
Don't forget the waterproof.
W6BBS 72.
72 W6BBS. Good evening, A6S.
Yeah, Mikey's in there, guys. I heard him whistle up a couple times.
I'm here. Yeah, K6MYC. Good evening, all.
Hey, Mike, I got some numbers for you.
Okay.
So WB6ISO number 86 gave us some relay stations from Northern California.
Okay.
So let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, 160. So KA60SX 336, which is N1 Papa Papa Papa. 782, which is N6BX. 849 KA6MBC. 132, which is N6TNI. And then 618 WA6LIE. And then John, K6MI, was in there. He apparently is working on the club newsletter. And then I'll let the local guys chime in. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Okay. Got them all. Thank you.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox.
KG6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982. Good evening, Daryl.
How's it going out there?
All okay. Go ahead.
Well, nothing new to report. We're just nursing the wife. She's got herself a new right knee on Monday, and she's in real pain today. All the stuff is worn out. That's about it.
Daryl, you're not as strong as the Southern California guy, so I'm having trouble copying you. Where are you pointed?
It might be off a little bit.
You'd be way down for me, but you came up that time. Okay, I got you, but I just didn't hear what you said you were doing today. Something about the wife.
Nursing her knee. She got a new right-hand knee.
Oh, your wife got a new right-hand knee. Okay, well, that's good.
And the pain, she got it on Monday, and the pain has really set in today.
Yeah, well, that's why they give you pain pills. You got to be how you wean yourself for those pain pills. And you got to go off slow. Don't stop like cold turkey.
Oh, no. We know what to do with them. Yeah, I meter them out to her, and she's doing okay.
Yeah, okay. Alrighty, very good. How about anybody else in the Fresno area?
KK6ZKE.
I figured that's who I was looking for. Good evening, Terry. What the hell number do you have there for Judy?
I have 704. AM6SRR 432.
5 DTU 712.
And good evening to you, Curie. Are you seeing better?
That's affirmative. I've had to throw my glasses away. I can't see with them.
There you go. Wonderful. Good news. Kerry had his second cataract operation, 2 days ago now?
Yesterday.
Oh, that's right. It was yesterday noon, wasn't it? Okay. Very good. So you're just a little over 24 hours with new eyes. Wonderful. And you got a little bit of discomfort probably, but it's going to go away in a little cloudiness, but we know about all that stuff. But you'll be seeing better and better as the week rolls on here. Anyway, good evening to you, and good to have you in here again, Kerry. And the discussion we had on the phone was very enlightening. A lot of people are, and I just tickled people with some of the little tidbits, but there's a lot of disbelief, obviously, over.
Roger. But all you have to do is stand by and see it happening.
Yeah, there you go. Getting bits and pieces and tidbits off of the other news sources that kind of leaning in the direction you were headed there. And it looks like the overall the Kamala thing is tanking.
Roger that. Okay, well, as I said, I'm seeing better and better. I have to take my glasses off to see now, so that's a big upgrade. And good evening to everyone else on the net there, KC5 DTU.
Yeah, good evening again, Kerry. And I guess you're seeing your wife's lipstick is red now.
That's affirmative.
Alrighty. Let's see if the boys down south are down there, N6SWR or KB6RQU, K6MYC.
KB6RQU, Bozo 61.
Hey, Mike, did you get me?
Yeah, did you hear Dave, Mike? And I want to check in with you real quick.
971, I did not get you, Dave. Go ahead, Dave, and then turn it to Frank.
Kilo 6. Victor Bravo Golf 971. Check in. Good evening, Mike. Good evening, Frank.
Good evening, Dave. And good evening, Mike and Judy. I'm not going to stay long. I did not know it, but Jen left early this morning. She just pulled in here about a half an hour ago. Her car's overheating and whatnot. But anyways, I'm whooped, and we're all whooped. So, but she's back. I just thought I'd let you guys know. K6MYC Internet, W6BBS72.
Okay, very good. And I'm glad that she was able to get back early, quickly. I don't know how long she asked for a leave, but she's probably back well within the time that they would have given her to get to Arizona and back. But it sounds like all's going well down that way, over.
Yeah, she could have taken up to 2 weeks, but she did not want to spend all of her paid time off on this trip, and she was anxious to get home, so.
What's causing the overheating?
I think there's a problem with the connection to the fan, and it's not always coming up to speed. But we got to deal with that tomorrow.
That's not a viscous centrifugal fan?
No. They're all electric these days.
Oh, okay. All righty. Very good. Well, Dave, good to hear you. You're sounding good in here, and you're probably going to stay in the shack for 15 minutes or so this evening without overheating or freezing to death, and so on. And I didn't get a chance to say hello to Terry. Terry, I got you in here quickly, but then we skipped right over you. So let me go back a little bit through the loop here. KK6ZKE 704 K6MYC.
Well, good evening, Mike and everybody. Yes, not much going on here. Just still working on the amps and messing around with the capacitors.
Okay, very good. And I didn't want to ignore you there, Rick. KB6RQU. You're sounding good up here this evening. Take one, over.
Yeah, Bozo 61, KB6RQU. Yeah, good evening there. I've been hearing you talk about what they're doing with eyes there. What is going on there?
Well, us old folks, when you get to the B60s and 70s and 80s, particularly, usually if you've been around California at all or any place that's bright sun, or if you're an outdoor person, you end up with cataracts, which is a clouding sort of in the lens part of your eye. Right behind your fleshy eyeball that you see through is a lens. That's the lens that can be bent with your muscles so you can see close up and far away. The muscles and the lens gets stiffer and stiffer with age, and that's why as you get older that lens has to be augmented by reading glasses. You may be there. And it also gets cloudier and cloudier, so eventually your vision is impaired. When you look at bright lights and drive in the nighttime, it's all blurry, and it tends to scatter the light a little bit. So the cataracts, that lens comes out. It's a very, very straightforward operation. Now they've really got it down pat. Kerry was probably going in. He probably got under the knife somewhere between 1 and 2 yesterday afternoon. And he was out by 3 or 4, probably had dinner right after that, because you're back to pretty much normal as far as your daily function. They don't want you to lean over and exert yourself, so you put pressure on your eye, but most normal functions and all are normal. Kerry, can you give, I don't know if Rick's copying you, but how long before you had something to eat, over?
The preparation time takes longer than the actual procedure. The procedure took 10 minutes, and we were eating supper at the regular time.
Yeah, very good. Procedure takes about 10 minutes. They give you a little bit of recovery time, but they kick you out of there within an hour of the time that you've had the cutting and all done. The doctor does it. We got a very good doctor by the name of Dr. Remington. He's my doctor, and I recommended him. He's very, very good, and has a very good record of success with wonderful vision for all. And he's just good, that's all. He's good and he's quick, and we have it done at a place called the Fresno Surgical Hospital. And they're very good also. They're very attentive and very good people down there. So it's a good team, and like I say, it's in and out, very minimal amount of painkiller. It's almost nothing to be noticed. And you're back at eating dinner, like I say, in a matter of a couple of 3 hours. Judy has hers done in the morning, and day we were having breakfast by 11 o'clock in the morning. She was under the knife at about 9:30, over. That makes sense to you, Rick?
Yeah, just eye doctor taking out cataracts. That's been going on a long time, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, they've been doing it a long time, but it's really, really gotten good now. And the lenses they're putting in, if you can afford the expensive lenses, they also have a self-diopter So you actually get your vision back. Your eyes end up something in the neighborhood of the same eyes as a 30-year-old, where you can still see close up and also far away. So somehow they've managed to be able to allow you to focus in close and also look far away. The less expensive lenses don't do that. You can choose whether you want to have good sight close in and wear glasses to see far, or vice versa, if you get the inexpensive cataract lenses. But Judy got the expensive ones, and they're a little bit more, but well worth it. She doesn't use any glasses at all now, and very seldom has to resort to a magnifying glass. So it's really been a godsend for her. She can sit there and actually read the computer now without a magnifying glass, without standing up and putting her face on the screen or whatever. So it's really wonderful. And Kerry does a lot of computer work, so it's going to be a boon for him as well. KB6RQU, K6MYC.
KB6RQU. So they stick in another little piece of glass in place of your cataract thing, and that works okay.
Oh yeah, works beautifully. They already have taken your lens, your eyesight correction. So the lens goes in and has all your corrections in there. And if you get, like I say, if you get the expensive one, the lens has a characteristic to it that it gives you the diopter, so you can see up close or far away without doing anything. And so, yeah, they suck out the old lens. It's sucked out. It's just a little piece of flesh. Comes out very quickly with a little vacuum cleaner. They go in there. They clean out the eye socket or the eye area. They slit you just behind the front lens. The front lens is just a clear cover to the rest of the eye. And just behind that is where the cataract piece of, actually it's plastic. It's Lexan or something like very, very stable plastic that's very high quality, and they stick that in there as the lens. Over.
Okay, almost like a bionic eye.
I missed that. Say again.
Like a bionic eye.
Oh yeah, you get a new eye, a new little piece of glass or plastic or lens in there. Let's just call it a lens, since we don't know exactly what it's made out of, but it is not glass. It's plastic, and it's very effective. And most of the time, if they've done their job right, and they give you about a 2-hour exam about a week before you have the operation, so they know exactly how to make the lens and what the corrections are for your eye to see perfectly. And when they put that thing in there, it's almost perfect every time. Long distance and close-up vision, if you get the expensive one, is perfect. Over.
Well, that's pretty neat. That's all right. Yeah, I'm just now starting to have to wear glasses, especially there for reading a real fine print. That's about it for right now.
After your age, I don't know what your age is, but after 65, the Medicare takes care of the bulk of the cost of the initial lens replacement. If you don't get the expensive lenses, it's almost no cost to you after you're 65. Over.
Yeah, okay, that's super. I'll be 77 this month.
Well, you're old enough. You do have to make an appointment with an eye doctor. You may find one in Bakersfield that's more than capable. If you want, I can check with Remington and see if he recommends anybody if you're anxious to do this. Over.
Well, I'm not anxious to do it. I don't think it's necessary right now.
Okay. Let me know, and we'll do what I can to give you some feedback on somebody that's closer to you there. All right, let's move on with the net. Let's see, Ben, I haven't heard Ben there. N6SWR, Ben, are you here? Ben was kind of disappointed the other night, I guess. I heard that he was going to shut his radio off and not turn it on for a while, if ever, because we didn't hear him when he called in, but he was being covered up maybe by other people. But I did not hear him, and I'm pretty good about hearing people underneath strong stations. I may not be able to copy you, but I'll hear the other station, and usually I can hear 2 and 3 and 4 deep. I have to be able to do that. That's why I say sometimes I heard 2 or 3 callers. I'll get 1 or 2 calls, and then I have to ask for the rest of the guys that were in there. But I heard you all. I just couldn't get enough of it to find out who it was. So I'm sorry I missed Ben, but that's sometimes just the way it goes. You have to be sometimes patient with me. And Rob didn't, nobody else heard him either, which was strange. Rob didn't hear him either. All right, let's see. Anybody else? We got you, Mike. I didn't talk to you at all, but good to hear you. N6BYH if you're still in the shack. K6MYC.
WA6AJ 727.
I got you 727. I heard you earlier, so I checked you in, but I didn't get back to you. Go ahead, Mike. And good evening to you, Bill, also AA6S. Mike, go ahead and take a transmission and then shoot it down through Bill, and then we'll probably head toward Atascadero here, over.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I was kind of shopping online for this GPS block Aaron was helping me with. So anyway, probably get one for Bill too. So that's about it for here. Go ahead, Bill.
Sideband rig on QRZ the other day for a real good price. It's actually the first model sideband radio that I had bought, first radio I ever bought new. And it was nice to see it again. It seems to work okay, sounds really nice, and I think I'll enjoy it. Go ahead, Bill, AA6S and 6BY, take it.
Yeah, a little off frequency, Mike. Go ahead, Bill.
Check in. Yeah, I tuned for him. I'll come back down a little bit. I hope I'm halfway close. Yeah, I talked to Mike earlier in 6BYH, AA6S. Had me on to working Ralph last night. I got in late because I was working. Had a couple of guys over. They brought an amplifier over, Mike, that I fixed for him. So, anyway, I got it going, I think. I haven't powered it up yet, but I fixed the problem. Anyway, that's why I was barely on the tail end there, and I did work Ralph. So anyway, back to you there, Mikey. And I haven't heard Ben there yet. I'm pointed towards this, so I'm sure you're copying me okay, because he's directly off the back. But I haven't heard Ben yet. Are you in here, Ben? AA6S, over. Don't hear standing wave ratio there. So, back to you there, Mikey. AA6S over to K6MYC.
First, please.
Okay, well, try to come down on this frequency. Everybody's a little bit high here. You're sounding a little ducky. But I'll take one more standby and see who else we might have in here. We've got Rob. Good evening to you, Rob. You haven't said anything, so let me shoot it over to you and see how you're doing. I'm feeling a little better today getting over your COVID there, over.
Yep, feeling a little better. Let's see, I want to give a shout out to Rick down there, KB6RQU. A couple words. The check is in the mail, over.
Okay, thank you there, Rob. I wanted to say that fellow there out in the high desert is doing the other Bozo Net thing there. He's covering up a lot of the weak signals here for me. I'm not being able to make contact with them, and I'm not too happy about that.
Yeah, I know. I heard him cover up somebody else was trying to hear, too. So I talked to Mike, and that's up to him. KM6SR will be standing by.
Okay, thanks, Rob, for everything there. KB6RQU.
Well, he hasn't come up strong enough here to check in with him and or have a conversation, over.
This is Bozo, 831, High Desert.
Oh, okay, 831. Yes, John. You were so strong last night, you caused all kind of ruckus up here. What we might want to do is have you... I'm trying to figure out a way you can get people to check in with you, but you've got to do it officially, so we may have everybody up here stand by. So the best thing to do is get me or Rob, or maybe even Bill, AA6S. But myself, Rob, or AA6S can usually hear you the best. So when you want to get the northern check-ins, why don't you just call us and say you're looking for north check-ins, and we'll have everybody stand by here, and that way we won't have people talking over people. But you were so strong last night, you were over the top of half of the guys that were checking in here, over. Did you copy that, John?
Yeah, I'm hearing you there, Mike. I was looking up 395 up here on the eastern side of the Sierra Nevada here, and I thought Pat had copied all you guys and had got you all logged in there.
No, I didn't ever hear you well enough here. Well, you were strong, but you were always talking to somebody else, so I was kind of split between 2 or 3 different functions here. I had not raccoons, I had skunks in the background and cats, and I've got a cat keeping me company here this evening. He's my buddy. And anyway, it was a little bit hectic, but I didn't get a chance to control it. But anyway, let's just do it that way. If you can get any one of us 3, because we can all hear each other no matter where we're pointed, and then we could just have everybody stand by, and then you can make a call and see who you can get checked in there. I'm not opposed to having you check in as many people up here as you can, but that's what weak signal's all about. Reaching out as far as you can, and you got a dynamite station there. But let's see if we can coordinate it that way, if you don't mind, and then we won't have any issues. I'm Bozo 47, by the way. I got your 831, John. KG6 USS, I think it is, K6 MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike, I got you logged in also. Sorry about stepping on everybody, but I guess it's my location up here, and I guess I'll just have to go solid or low signal instead of putting on some power there. Copy?
Yeah, if you were running a kilowatt, you'd be just absolutely atrocious up here, like I am down there for you. See, I'm running about 1,500 watts your way, so you can usually hear me. But you're always strong, but not all real solid all the time with some QSB. And sometimes Pat's not here at all. Sometimes I don't hear Pat, and he'll work 3 or 4 other guys up here, and I don't hear him at all. Then he'll come roaring up for me. So you can't make the assumption that Pat's got us all there. Anyway, if you guys just check in with one of us 3 guys, then we can try to help you coordinate, and everybody can exchange as many Bozo numbers as possible. KG6 USS, let me take a standby here and let you work everybody that's copying you now, John. Go ahead, whoever wants to call. How about you, Rob?
226 is here.
Okay. Rob, you want to call it?
Yeah, sure. How you doing, John? KG6 USS. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo, number 432. Over.
Okay, Rob, got you. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate it. And I'm surprised got that big a signal. Like I say, I might have to kick down my little amplifier here a little bit.
Well, if you check in with somebody here, we can get you coordinated without, stepping over people. That's the main thing I think Mike was talking about there. So good to hear you there. Who else would like to talk to John? Over.
I'll give him a shout. KG6 USS, KG6 USS, AA6S, Able 6 Sugar, John. Bill 800-800, Loud and Visalia. Go ahead, over.
Yeah, got you loud and clear there, Bill. Thanks for checking in. You got a great signal here for sure.
QSL 73 is back to net. Back to you there, Mikey.
Okay, anybody else? How about you, Mike? You want to give John a call?
BBS.
BBS, go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, what's his full call?
KG6, Uniform Sugar.
Roger. KG6 USS. KG6 USS. This is Whiskey 6 Bravo Sierra. Whiskey 6 Baker Sugar, number 727272. Over.
Yeah, I'm not hearing that station there at all.
Do you have the amp on, Frank?
No, I've got your amp. We did one test with it after I got the grounding put in, and Aaron said it was still too noisy.
No, it's just you got RF on it, but it's very, very minor. It wouldn't stop you from doing this kind of stuff.
226 is here. Would like to try.
Go ahead, Ken. I was waiting for you. Go ahead.
Okay, KG6 USS, KG6 USS, Whiskey Alpha 6 Oscar India Bravo, WA60IB, number 226, over.
Okay, Whiskey Alpha 6 Oscar India Delta 226, roger.
No. Give him a call again, Ken. You did a good job. You did it phonetically, but he got the last letter wrong. Over.
Yeah, okay. He dropped out for me. KEG6USS from Whiskey Alpha 6, Oscar, India, Bravo. Whiskey Alpha 6, Oscar, India, Bravo, number 226, over.
Okay, I got you. 226. This is Whiskey Alpha 6, Oscar, India, Bravo. Copy up here in the high desert. Very good. Thanks for checking in.
Okay, very good. Yeah, got QSL. Yeah, you were about a 5 S5 here. Now you went down to a 2, so it's up and down. So thank you very much. Good evening to you. Back to net, WA60IB.
Okay, anybody else for John before we let him go there?
Yeah, I'll try it again.
Go ahead.
At Whiskey 6 Bravo, Bravo, Sierra. Whiskey 6 Baker, Baker, Sugar. Whiskey 6 Bravo, Bravo, Sierra. 727272. Over.
Yeah, Roger, Whiskey 6 Bravo, Bravo, Sierra, and I got the Bozo number is 72,
Roger. Thanks for the check-in, over.
You got it. What's your QTH there?
I'm in Coarse Gold, California. I am about 12 miles, almost due north of Mike, over.
Wow, you're right out there on the ocean there, right?
Negative. I'm north of Fresno in Coarse Gold in the foothills, and I'm up at 2,500 feet, and I have a pretty good shot looking down the valley from up here, over.
And on the west side, on the east side of the San Joaquin Valley, John, over.
Yeah, copy that. No, I'm trying to remember where Coors Gold is. Now, I used to be a truck driver, so Mama Papa Bakersfield were first 3 words out of my mouth there. Copy?
Yeah, Roger. Okay. Well, it's sort of on the way. Coors Gold is on Highway 41. 99 splits off at Fresno, and you split into 99, and 41 goes up the east side of Fresno and on up this way. 41 is about 10 miles to the west of me here, so that's where we are. We're in the first range of foothills on the east side of the San Joaquin Valley. And Frank's just higher. I'm 1,200 feet. He's 2,000 or so up there. And there's a whole bunch of guys in Coarse Gold up there, but they don't have very big stations. Let's see if there's anybody who wants to try. Dave or Daryl? You've already worked one other. KM6SRR is also in Coarse Gold, by the way, John. Anybody else from Coarse Gold want to try with John? Over. Okay, everybody's quiet for the moment, but there will be days when you'll be able to work those guys. We got about six or seven fellows in Coarse Gold. That's pretty good considering only a population of 14 people, over.
Yeah, white spot in the road, no doubt about it. I used to drive truck up that way and stuff. Highway 46, or what was that called up there? Gosh dang it, I can't remember the name of that town now. But that was one of our jump-off points there.
Mariposa.
Laredo Highway for 46. 41 goes up to Yosemite, over.
Yeah, but he was on 40. I think he's talking about 46 in Mariposa, right?
No, 49. 49 goes to Mariposa. 46 goes over to the coast.
Yeah, and I can't remember the name of the town there off of I-5 there at 46. Kettleman City there, copy?
Yeah, Roger, you're talking about Kettleman City, exactly, over.
Yeah, that's where our jump-off point was there, either to go over to the coast or continue on up into the Bay Area there, copy?
Yeah, Roger. I know the area well, and we are quite a bit north. And of course, that's on the west side of the valley. We're over here on the east side, So if you came out of Fresno headed to Yosemite, you drive within 2 miles of my house.
Copy. Yeah, no, I know where you're at. There. Like I say, I ran 99 more than I ran any place else up in that area there when I was running up into the bay there. That's the way the guy that I worked for, it was taboo to run I-5. You ran 99 or you didn't run at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
One last question, John. We let you go so we can get on with the net here. Got a lot of people waiting. Did you change, or are you still running about 120 watts, over?
No, I'm still running my 120 watts here.
Okay, very good. Well, you're doing good. You don't need any more up this way, and you probably don't need any more down there either, but that remains to be seen. But when you come up this way, your 120 is doing a great job. When Frank called you, he was probably running about 50 the first time, and then he put the amp on at about 1200, so there we are. 7-3, John, pleasure, and keep it in mind. Try to get us alerted before you start to run, over.
I will do that, Mike. Thanks for getting back to me and giving me heads up on everything. Anyway, you all have a good evening out there. This is Bozo 831, KG6USS 73, and thanks for the check-ins.
Here, 7-3, John, and I'll take one more standby. N6SWR, Ben, are you here? Ben, okay. Anybody else before we go to Atascadero? Okay, 6MYC. Okay, all quiet on the western front. Ken, just quickly to you, how are you feeling? You're pretty well on the mend now?
Well, yeah, no, I've been feeling fine since, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I went to work today because I was by myself. I'm just still testing positive, so I'm going to test again tomorrow morning. So, but I feel great. No, I have no symptoms whatsoever. So, it's just that it's still in me. I don't want to give it to anybody, so I went up to Meadow because I'm all by myself up there.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, just keep us up to date. I know that this weekend is tenuous, but you should be clean by that time.
Yeah, I should be. I hope I'm clean by tomorrow morning. I'm going to test tomorrow morning and see how it goes. So, yeah, very good. Well, thank you for asking. I'm fine as far as that goes. Yeah, I've got a lot of things. On Saturday, I've got a big job on Saturday to do, and plus the dinner on Saturday night. We're all excited about that. I'm dying for that. I wait for that all year.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. All right, let's see. Bill, you might want to swing over that way toward Atascadero. I'll go that way. We all hear Ron on this band anyway. W6QUI, I'm coming your way. K6MYC. Go ahead, Ron.
W6QUI, W6BBS. Don't hear him. How bad does this thing sound, Mike?
I don't hear any distortion. I mean, I'd really have to listen. It's not obvious. It might be subtle way down in there, but it's fine.
Okay, yeah, that's, well, I'm only doing about 700, 750 or so. Let me kick it on up here, and let's punch it up to, let's see here. Well, there's a kilowatt right there.
Well, there's a little raggedness to it, Frank, but it's very minimal. And on the long term, you're going to find it. It's just a little RF feedback, I think, more than anything. Over.
Yeah, okay, and I had an idea about it tonight. I've been thinking maybe I need to, because I've had to before do my key line and put chokes on my key line to solve a problem. But I just realized that I've got two wires, a red and a black, running from here all the way to the shed. So there's 40 feet of wires sticking out here, hooked to the back of the amp. So I think I need to probably put some chokes on my power leads, and it'll clear it up. So, okay, thank you, sir. I'm going to get out of here. I'm falling asleep. I was just sitting here kind of dozing and listening. K6MYCW, 6BBS.
Okay, I know you're tired. I think we're good for tonight. Rob is here, and Ken is here. Ken, you're going to be dropping out, or have you already, for the 10-meter thing? Ken went already for 10 meters. Rob's probably going too. Well, that's all right. We got everybody under control here so far. Let me see. W6QUI, K6MYC. Ron? No, Ron isn't there this evening. How about KN6EIV at Atascadero? Not even a whisper. KN6 Whiskey Romeo Whiskey. AB6WRW.
Yes, W6BBS relay for net control of Bozo Net. We're pointed at Atascadero. Any of you guys awake tonight? Over. I don't hear a peep, Mike.
No, I hear those guys on this band. I just can't hear them on 1296. All right. Very good. We'll go on up to Santa Cruz. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Good night. W6BBS.
Okay, WA6LIE checked in somehow. I'm not sure how, but 86 Dennis passed him on. So we did hear from Scott posthumously as he's down in Arizona somewhere, but he might have been checking in on 80 meters and telling Dennis to check him in here on the 2-meter net. I'm sure he misses the check-in time. Okay, let's see. KW6S. How about it, Tom? Well, I don't hear Tom again for the third night in a row. How about you, Lee? Just get over your way a little bit more here. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC.
KF6 United, yes, sir. I am here tonight, and I kind of think that Tom is suffering a little bit from antenna repair syndrome, because I know he's been helping a friend of his up in the hills here work on several of his antennas, getting ready for the CQDX contest coming up this weekend, and they've been pushing pretty hard at repairing and replacing several antennas up there. So I think that Tom probably needs a good deserved rest.
I wouldn't doubt it. Okay, sounds good. Well, if you talk to him, give him our best, and I'm sure we'll hear him when he gets rested up a little bit there. I know he's doing a good deal for his buddy there. And you're sounding very strong over here. Anything new to report? And of course, we'll look for you tomorrow on 432. Do you have it up?
No, I haven't put it up yet. I think I'm going to put it up halfway between where it was last Thursday and where I had it up to where I was coming in reasonably well, and see how that does. I realized one of the things that was going on is that the way it was pointed originally when nobody could hear me, it was pointed right at the center of a tree, and now it's pointed at an opening between two trees, which is only a difference of about maybe 5 or 7 degrees, but it obviously...
Hey, Mike, who are you talking to? I didn't hear any call signs.
So I'm hoping that if I get it up a little bit higher, another 5 feet or so, that I can probably use it there and be fairly confident, even in 20 to 30 degree winds, that it's not going to come down. So I'm going to do that until I can actually get everything all worked out, coming up here.
Yeah, fine on that, Lee. What did you say, Rob?
You just told me who you were talking to. I didn't hear any call signs. I couldn't hear Lee, over.
Oh, God, he's potent over here. It's just funny how he's so strong here. He's stronger than you are. When you came in, he was covering you. That's how strong he is. That's Lee, 1089. The countdown Bozo, 1098, I should say. 1098, Lee, AF6 United.
Roger. That's me, the countdown Bozo, 1098. All right. Thank you. Good luck, Mike. I heard you were down there talking with the guy that was in the high desert and all of that kind of stuff, so I won't hold the net. 7-3, good night to you and Judy and Rob and Ken if he's out there, and Frank and all the rest of the guys. So 7-3, AF6 United. I'm clear.
Yeah, okay. Did you hear the guy in the desert?
No, I didn't, but I didn't swing the antenna around. I wanted to keep the antenna pointed in the right direction just to make sure that I was going to get in here tonight. So I'm still a little timid about trying to hunt around with the thing. So I'll work up to that.
Okay. Very good. He's down in the high desert, Delta Mike 14, but that would be a good one for you, and a good DX contact, and we've worked out a scheme where we can get him in here and he doesn't disrupt. He's so strong here, he's like a local for me sometimes. And most of the time he's in that category. He covers up half the local guys that are on the back of the beam and stuff. So it was disruptive when he was doing it blatantly, and it wasn't blatant. He's a newbie, so he doesn't really understand that it was screwing up our net here. he didn't realize he was so strong. He only runs 120 watts, so it's just amazing. He's just still stunned by how strong he is. Much like you don't believe you're as strong as you are either, and you're just crushing me here tonight. It's amazing. So that's what we were doing. We finally coordinated with him, and I want him to call one of 3 people here before, and then we can have all the guys just stand by, no more check-ins, and then just let everybody work him and exchange bozo numbers, because that's what weak signal DX is all about. It's DX, and we're working weak signal, sort of. So to not let that go on, even if it's in the middle of net, is kind of counterproductive. Good training for everybody. Anyway, Lee, thank you very much. Thanks for checking in. And if you run across, we'll look for you tomorrow night. I'm sure we'll hear you. AF6 United, K6MYC, listening for your final and then into the Bay Area. Go ahead.
Well, maybe I'll try to work the guy in the high desert next Sunday, something like that. Maybe I'll have a little more confidence to swing the antenna around and then come back to the right location to get back on the net in time. Anyway, 7-3 to you all. AF6 United. Have a great evening. Goodbye.
Okay, yeah, you're just coming in here no matter where I point. Good evening, Lee. Yeah, I'm sure you can make it with him. It might take a little work, but we'll be happy to work with you. I can hear you probably off the back of the beam when you're trying to work with him. That's the only problem. Is I won't be able to coordinate it quite as good as we can with the fellows when I'm pointing at the guy. All right. 7-3, K6MYC clear with AF6 United in the Watsonville area, and standing by for bozo check-ins from the Bay Area.
WA6AXX 773, no traffic.
Roger, very good, Ed. Thanks for popping in. Nice and strong signal tonight, booming, and good to hear you. WA6AXX 773, and you were the only one in there that time. 773, get you written down here, and we'll take a standby and see who else is in here. K6MYC and the group standing by.
AB6SR 807. 1090.
Oh boy, I got a whole bunch of guys. Okay, let me see. I got 775. My paper's sliding around on me here. 775 1090. I think I heard, did I hear you, Jim, WB6JNN?
Yeah, 285 WB6JNN.
I got you, 285, and who else did I hear?
807.
090.
I got you, Gary, 1090, and I heard you, that was at AB6SR. That was you, Stan, that I heard, and I didn't remember your call there out of the 4 that I did get. 807, we got you. All right, let's rumble around amongst those group. Well, let's see. Let's see if Jim is here. Jim, are you here, PQL? Okay, he's probably waiting or doing something else there in the background. We'll get him in a minute. Since you're the weakest at the moment for us, Mike, let's go to you. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. How are you doing?
K6MYC, KB6W. Sorry I'm so weak. But 56 degrees here and clear for a change. Back to you. K6MYC, KB6W.
Yeah, very good. Clear for a change. Okay, well, it was gorgeous over here. We've had very nice weather. The last 3 days have been bright and sunny and clear. If there's been a cloud up there, I haven't noticed it. So bright blue sky and temperatures right around 80. And you couldn't ask for anything nicer. You know, just glorious weather. No wind to speak of, maybe 2-3 miles an hour. Nothing that would do anything except let you know that you're still alive and you're not standing inside of a tank somewhere. Anyway, good to hear you, Mike. Very strong signal. It was very nice to hear you last night on 1296 with good, solid signals. Not super strong, but you were in there the whole time. So that was great. Okay, let's see. Backwards to the loop, AB6SR. Go ahead, Stan.
Yeah, okay, Mike. K6MYC AB6SR 807. A little bit hoarse tonight. Don't know why. You had asked me about Brexit on Monday evening on 6 meters, so you want me to give you a Cliff's Notes on that tonight or some other time? K6MYC AB6SR in the net.
No, I was actually mispronounced it. I knew about Brexit, but I didn't know about BRICS. BRICS, I think it is. Brazil, Russia. Can't remember what the I stands for. China and Saudi Arabia, and then of course 132 others that are now part of it, I guess. I haven't heard anything more about their meeting. They had a big meeting yesterday, I guess, all day, but we haven't heard any of the feedback from that meeting. But they're trying to come up with a new consortium for money and monetary transfer and all the rest of that. Probably gold standard, oil standard stuff, something that's real solid as a stable bartering issue, or bartering and what's the word I'm looking for? a stable. Doggone, I can't come up with a word, but a backing for the whole monetary system there, Stan. So Brexit, I remember, and I got that one. It was BRICS I was thinking of. The two names are similar. Over.
Yeah, okay. It's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and the S is South Africa, not Saudi Arabia, South Africa. So yeah, I'm sure they want to get together with trade policy and, I don't know. I'm not going there. So, like you, it's been lovely 3 days here. A little bit warmer today, 77, although this morning was 46, coldest morning yet we've had. So, nothing much else. Trying to get my voice back before too long. Let's listen to the other folks in the Bay Area. Back to you, K6MYC, AB6SR 807, and good evening to Judy if she's there.
Yeah, Roger, thank you. And normally that Merlot has a tendency to clear up that phlegmy stuff that's in there, so maybe you're going to have to go to something stronger, maybe a shot of Jack Daniels, and then followed by a glass of Merlot. That might do it. All right, thank you, Stan. No, I always forget India. I can't imagine how I'm forgetting Italy. I'm India. I mean, I want to put Italy in there, and it's not Italy. And I also want to say South Africa, and I know it isn't Saudi Arabia, but that's the only other S I can think of. But I know that. But I think the others are also involved, but maybe as follow-on nations. So I'm not sure who the 132 countries are that make it up at this point. We'll find out more as time goes on. But that's what I was asking about yesterday. Let's see. Let me see, Stan. I'll let you go. Thanks for the jingle, calling in. And I guess it should go over to Jim, WB6JNN, and then we'll be back to Ed for any thoughts and final comments that he might have. And then we'll take a standby and see if anybody else is in here. WB6JNN, and I did hear PQL, so we'll get it to you in a minute. Jim, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay. 6MYC, WB6JNN. And, yeah, it's been, well, right now it's 61 outside, 75 in here. Yeah, so I can't complain. Cats can't complain. Although they've taken this cooler weather now as a time to come inside and find hiding places in the house. But we've also had people carrying our plumbing up in the basement, or the crawl space, and so they're looking for hiding places. Although there's one of them is actually getting a little too curious, so we're making sure she doesn't hop down in the hole. All right, anyway, that's about it from here. It's 285 for those that are recording things. WB6JNN.
Yeah, good signal, Jim. I got a little noise creeping in, but that's it because I'm in that direction, but solid copy. Okay on everything there. And your day being kind of nondescript as mine was. I only managed to get the lawn mowed today in the front. My whole accomplishment, other than getting up and getting on the air for a few minutes in the morning and watching some podcasts. All right. Let's see. I've got W6PQL for a quickie, if you like, Jim, K6MYC.
Okay, yeah. I hollered at you when you first stood by for me, but didn't realize that I hadn't turned on the amplifier. You were only going to get 6 watts out of me with just the barefoot radio. But it's on now. Golf day today, and did okay, 84. I'm usually in the mid to low 80s. So today was pretty regular. I had a birdie, and it was followed by, I hate birdies because whenever I get a birdie, it's followed by either a double bogey or a triple, and sure enough, the next hole was a triple bogey. That's what happens when your head swells. K6MYC W6PQL 1296.
Oh, a birdie. I thought you were talking about a little birdie on the radio here that was in the wrong place, and I didn't realize you were talking golf. Over.
Yeah. Well, no, golf is a little more difficult to get a birdie. You can get a birdie all the time on the radio.
That's true when you live in a congested area surrounded by hospitals and other creators of similar things. Okay, very good. Fine on the birdie. Too bad you had to go bad on it. You were so stoked up after the birdie, you just lost it all completely. That's a sign of a non-pro, don't you know, Jim?
I get birdies all the time on the freeway.
Yeah, Frank's coming in pretty good over here. I don't have much noise tonight, Frank. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Jim. And I unplugged the watt meter. That's probably 750 watts or so. I'm running the amp a little bit tonight. And I was just about to shut everything off, and I heard your birdies there, and I couldn't help myself, Jim. Over.
Give Frank a very critical audio report, would you? Because some of the guys are worried he's got little scratchies. But let's hear what you think.
I don't hear it here. It might be noise blankers being on, you know. Sometimes that'll distort strong signal. And when I was listening to him on the live feed, I didn't hear anything there either. But, you know, it could be something in there. I just don't hear it here. You're about S4 here, Frank.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, let's see. There, let's try it up there. That's just pushing it up there a little bit, Jim. Does it still sound pretty clean?
Yeah, it still sounds fine to me.
Thank you, sir, very much for the test, and I really am going to shut it down and get out of here this time, Mike, so you guys take it away. W6PQL in the group, W6BBS.
You mean your first 5 exits were fraudulent?
You know I'm a big liar.
You and Kamala. I shouldn't have said that with Ed on the frequency. WA6AXX, K6MYC. Oh, Ed doesn't want to respond to that one.
Hey, you know, here's my response, Mike, is, you know, if you're going to insult me, I mean, there's got to be some kind of comparison. I mean, that was just flat mean. That's all I got to say. Good night, sir. W6BBS. Good night, Judy.
Oh, I can always get meaner.
Hey, Frank, it's Stan here. You're 5 and 9 with me. Just slightly gravelly compared with what you normally are, but nothing much. Is that reasonable?
Yeah, okay. Well, I put some ground rods in, and I just realized how long I've run 48 volts from about 50 feet away, 48 volts into here, and then I convert it to 12 volts for the radios, and the 48 volts feeds the amp direct, and I have nothing on those lines to protect them, so I probably can solve the rest of it with a few RF choke stand, but I appreciate the report. Over.
Yeah, okay. I'm being super critical because you sound great to me, but I've heard you a little better. As simple as that. Anyway, you want to get a move on, and Mike, I think you got Gary here, WE6WNI. Think I heard him earlier.
We'll get Gary right now, as a matter of fact. I skipped Gary to get the comment to Ed, but Ed either doesn't want to respond or isn't listening anymore. So let's get it over to you, Gary. Thank you for standing by here. WB6WNI, K6MYC.
K6MYC in the group, WB6WNI 1090. And thanks, Stan, for reminding Mike. But Mike, I only have nothing more to report because everybody gave me the weather, and the weather is no different here in Campbell than it is anywhere else in this area. But just curious, did Frank get the beacon up? I haven't listened to it here further, but that's my only question tonight, Mike. Is the beacon on, or we still have to wait a little longer? Back to you.
Yeah, I think Frank's waiting for parts. Frank, are you still in the shack?
Yes, I am, and I apologize to everybody. The beacon is still off, and I haven't even ordered a mic. They'll be here in a couple days when I do, but I have been so busy, and my mind's just been buried in the project I'm doing down there. I'm doing some solar stuff for somebody, and I just haven't got that done.
He's doing the solar stuff for me, Gary. We've had him swamped here. Over.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I'll just, when it gets fixed, just let me know, and then I will, listen, I did hear the 432, 275, but never heard the 2 meters, but I'm willing to try again. So anyway, I'm going to say 73 and let you move on, but yeah, as soon as it comes up, let me know. K6NYC, WB679.
Roger, are you hearing Frank here this evening?
No, actually I am not, and I have in the past. What is interesting is that you're coming in very strong, but I don't hear Frank anyway, but yeah, often I do, but not tonight.
Oh, that's weird. I don't hear Frank's 700 or 800 watts that he was running. You're not going to hear the beacon. Frank, you're still there? You want to give him some power? Frank's gone. Okay. He wants to get out of here. He's tired. Okay, well, he'll get a beacon going. The problem is that the failed part, Gary, is in the keyer. And the keyer is the thing that keys all the amps and puts out the CW that you hear when you're listening to the beacon. When the keyer goes down, everything goes down. The radios are sitting there waiting for an input, and they just aren't getting it because the keyer failed. Its keying circuit took a dump, and it was a very minor repair thing, but it's a transistor that's for surface mount, a little hard to get. Most people don't have surface mounts in their junk box. I got lots of transistors, and we could have tacked it together, but we found a better device thanks to W6PQL, and Frank will just have to get it ordered and get it here. It'll be here in a couple of days. Like you said, probably be back on the air over the weekend, Gary, over.
Oh, very good. I'll give a listen on the weekend, and we'll try to get on tomorrow night and see how 432 does. But anyway, for now, 73, K6NYC, WB679.
Now, it may not be here over the weekend because he's got to order it tomorrow, which is Thursday. It's unlikely it's going to get here in one day unless he can find it on Amazon. But I think he's going to get it from DigiKey, and that might take a few days. So it's not going to be instantaneous. It may be midweek next week before it even gets fixed. Over.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. We'll be standing by, as they say. K6NYC, WB679.
Okay, very good, Gary. Let's see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area. I think KB6BA. Oliver, are you here? Oliver usually pops in without me asking him, which is good. I want him to do that. I want anybody that is sitting there waiting for us to quit chattering and bloviating to pop in, at least with your call. If I don't get the call, I know that there's somebody waiting. So please do that, guys. Don't feel like you're interrupting. One quick call sign is not going to stop anybody from any levels of communications that we're doing here. So whenever you want to break in, please do it. And we'll put up with it. Viewers, add one more time. Bay Area, Bozo Net, K6NYC. Listening and standing by. Okay, all quiet.
775.
775 was in here earlier.
Yeah, I got 775. He was the first one we turned it to, over.
Oh, okay. I heard.
Okay, I was on 10 meters, sorry.
Later, I thought you'd missed him.
We got everybody. So we had, do you need any numbers, Rob?
No, I got them all before you talked to him, and then I went to 10, and I was listening to both, but I'm not doing a good job, over.
Okay, very good. right, 7-3, Jim, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 432, and everybody else that can get on that band tomorrow night. Good night all. K6MYC going to Oakley. Hey, Oakley. If I could read my damn readout here, I'd be in good shape. N6 Radio Oakley, K6MYC.
K6MYC and company N6RO, Bozo 835, high temperature 82. Dinner was salmon, and a new radio arrived today that I'm sort of interested in fooling around with, but not before the contest this weekend. As W6NL used to say, don't change spark plugs on the day of the race. N6RO.
Oh, you died very quickly there. N6RO, K6MYC. Speaking of W6NL, have you heard anything from him lately?
He usually checks into the NCCC monthly Zoom meeting. He's missed the last couple, so I don't know.
Oh, that's not a good sign. I would hate to lose Mr. Leeson to illness or something else, so hopefully he'll be back. Hopefully he's not taken ill. Hopefully he's just taken a hiatus. And those are hard to take sometimes without water.
I'll take him with Chardonnay. Anyway, I hope Dave's okay, and he's our generation, so you never know.
Well, that's the problem. He is our generation, for sure. I'll never forget the day that we were on top of his hill up there. We had Dave Leeson, another Dave, and I've forgotten his last name. We had Dave Larson from Africa there. So we had 4 Daves on the hill. It was really weird. All up on the hill at Leeson's place. Over.
Yeah, well, I've got 3 Daves on my operating team.
I'll be darned. Anyway, that was a very unusual and very special night or evening or afternoon that we had at Dave's place, because Dave Larson from South Africa, ZS6 Delta November, came. And Dave Angel, remember Dave Angel? I can't remember his call.
I don't hear a bell.
Yeah, he lived in Los Gatos here. He was quite active, a good HFDXer, Dave Angel, but I just can't bring the call up. But anyway, he was there, and I think one other guy that I didn't know as well, I think it was Dave, the other Dave that lived in the Santa Cruz Mountains was there. And then, of course, Dave... W6NL, but boy, what a day! And Myrna was there with me, and a couple of other ladies' wives, and boy, it was a special up on top of the hill there at Leeson's place. All right, 7-3, Ken, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 432. You didn't tell me what you had for dinner. I bet you I did better. We had spare ribs good stuff tonight. I didn't get a chance to finish it, but it was good. Spare ribs, asparagus, some sweet and sour cucumber salad, and some rice. Ooh, it was good.
Oh, yum. Yeah, I had Atlantic salmon and Brussels sprouts.
Well, there you go. You were healthier than we were. Yeah, the spare ribs were, they're pretty... pretty loaded up with some nice, juicy, tasty, fatty stuff in there. Ooh, good. All right, take care. We'll see you tomorrow. N6 Radio Oakley, K6MYC, going to Sacramento.
Roger, and good night.
Okay. I finally can make my controller work here. If I could just see, I'd be in good shape. How about KO6KD or KJ6KFB? Are you guys there tonight?
Yeah, KO6KD number 776. I'm here. Have not heard from Darren, but I'm here, and so is John. Over.
Okay, very good. Well, it was nice to chat this morning. I was a little scattered, and I haven't had a chance to really check it out. I'm going to check it out tomorrow morning. I'm going to take the Bluetooth that's in here, which I'm listening to now and is working fine in both ears, and see if it does the same when I get with the cables that I put on it this morning. You heard me fuddling with cables. I got 4 cables laying on the table, and none of them worked, so I think it must be in the must be in the Bluetooth box. But I had Frank look at it, and he says if you take the little rubber feet off the bottom, there's 4 little screws. So it looks like we can get in it and probably resolder the connection to the RCA connector inside there. I'm sure that's what it is, because it was intermittent for a while. I could wiggle the connector, and it would come and go. I think the wires just come loose from that. So much for that, Bill. Good to chat, and we'll have some more intelligent comments to make. Well, I don't know about that, but we'll have some more comments for the morning.
Yeah, okay. Well, I thought it was a pretty nice little conversation there. I'm just not into the heavy politics and controversial stuff, and getting people to dander up. That's just not for me. So I know I made some closing comments about the economy and that kind of stuff, and that kind of prolonged things a bit. But that's fine. That's what you guys prefer to do, and so you guys go ahead and run with it. And most likely, I will just stand by unless I really have something to say. But I'll check in. I'll make a comment from time to time. But I kind of feel like it's out of my league because I didn't even know who David Anderson, whatever that guy's name was. I didn't even know who he was. So I'm just kind of really out of. My mind does not travel in those circles, but I'll certainly participate and enjoy the camaraderie. So, all right, I'll get out of the way. Now you're moving on. Got stuff to do, and I don't want to belay the net. So, I'll be listening clear. See you in the morning, KO6 Kitty.
Okay, what was the guy's name that you didn't know who he was? Anderson who?
David something Hansen. I don't know. He's one of these guys that just doesn't want to have a first and last name. He's got to have all 3 of them.
Oh, Victor Davis Hansen?
That's the dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to know Victor Davis Hansen. One of the most clear-minded, clear-speaking gentlemen there are out there. He really puts it into perspective and can analyze it right down in every category. He's a Stanford person, but he's part of an institute now that I can't remember what they always introduce him as, part of the Hansen Instituters. He lives down here in Selma, so when you're seeing him on TV there, he's always probably has a studio there in his ranch in Selma. He wrote the book called Californio. Do you remember Californio, the book?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, that was related to the influx of the migrants in here, and how California had changed so much, and so many people living in cardboard boxes, particularly down there. In those days, it was field workers, and in some cases they had green cards, in some cases they didn't, but they were just living on the land and working the fields, much more benign than it is now. But they had taken over those areas down in the ranching areas and the farmlands down around Selma and south of Fresno. That's what the book is about, Californio. You might just Google it and read the preface to it. Very, very well put together book with a real classic example of history in that moment when it was written. And it's still mostly true. I mean, it's always true. It's just it's small by the by the standards we have now with the influx of the 10 million that have come in the last few years here. Anyway, he's written other books too. More recently, he's got one out right now that's a bestseller, I think. But California was the one I always remember because that was his first major book that I recall. Anyway, let's see. Daryl, are you in there? Darren, I should say. Darren, I wonder if you're there. KJ6KFB?
Well, I have a follow-up on that.
Thank you. I don't hear Darren at all, so maybe he's out at the work or something there. Let's see. Let me go a little further to the north and get John in. Let me try for Redding here. Is Redding in here? I didn't mean to leave Redding out. I did the other night. Terrible. KD6SW, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, and the group K6MYC up there in Redding. Over.
You forgot John.
59KR6MR.
Yes, I hear you very light. I'm trying to bring the antenna up a little bit more in your direction here. I think this will do it. That should be a little better for you. Something like that, Rich. And I hear you, John. I've got you checked in. Stand by, John. As soon as we get Redding out of the way, we'll catch you. KD6SW, K6MYC. Try it now, Rich.
Okay. Now you're not stronger about the same. This is KD6. KD6 for what? You're ready. 145. Over.
Yeah, well, we got you. I would say it's Q4. I put the blank around because I've got a little buzzing power line noise in there. I don't know whether that's solar panel or solar noise or what it is, but the blanker took it out nicely, so perfectly good copy, but just weak at the moment. But as you know, this path goes up and down. Good to hear you. I did not hear you on Monday, but I didn't. I was listening, sort of. But I was also talking quite a while with the antenna toward you. But I was talking to the guys in Redding, not in Redding, but in Sacramento and Roseville. And I'm sure that if you would have heard me, you would have come in on CW. But I did not hear any CW on Monday night, Rich. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, and then we'll get it into Jerry, K6MYC.
Okay, I did not hear anything on 6 meters on Monday. You didn't hear anything at all. It was just one of those days here in Flat Rock. So, anyway, I mean, please listen, but I did not hear you. KD6SW.
Boy, you're right on the edge now. It's Q3, difficult Q3. Good enough for a contact, but not for conversation. And I'm still not sure whether you were there on Monday or not. I couldn't get enough of it. It would have to be one of these things, Roger, or negative, but we will wait for a second. Maybe it'll come up. KO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6 Hotel Sugar in Redding, K6MYC. How about it, Jerry?
KO6HS 230. You're coming up just a little bit, Mike, but conditions are not too good tonight. Not too good, but we'll see if we can't put out a little RF towards you. Over.
Well, you're a lot louder than Rich at the moment. Very good copy, Jerry. Good to hear you. I dropped the mic there. Good to hear you. And solid copy. It's not bodacious, but certainly Q5. And Rich is just down in the mud at the moment, but must be an inversion layer trap out or something. Anyway, you take it again and tell me if anything's new going on there. You're planning anything new antenna-wise or radio-wise or whatever? And then we'll see if you're going to see any rain. Are you expecting any rain? We haven't seen any rain since May, so we're waiting for the first one to get down here. KO6HS and the group K6MYC.
All right, very good. You took a good time there, Mike. You took a good fade, a real good fade there. So we'll see if we can get back to you. We'll expect some rain maybe Sunday. Rain Sunday. We're looking forward to that. Otherwise,
yeah, boy, it took a dive on me on that one, right into, not into the noise, but down to a point of no real usable readability. So we'll say 73s, Jerry, and we'll catch up with you on Sunday night. We'll look for you Sunday night, of course, if you can make it. Thanks for always being there. KO6HS, Reading, K6MYC, looking back to you, Reg, for your final, over.
Okay, well, if you can copy me, 7-3, and I was not on Monday, negative on Monday, because no copy on you at all. 7-3, KD6 shortwave, KD6 stopping wet, 145.
Yeah, solid copy that time, so you came up quite a bit, just about the same signal strength as Jerry was on his first over. So the conditions aren't bad. You're in there the whole time. There have been times it's a lot worse. I think it's just going to get better as we get more into the winter season here. What's the plans for rain? Are you going to give us some rain one of these days?
Now that we can have it, we're going to try to hog it all if we can, Mike. Sorry about that, but we got it first, okay?
Yeah, I know you got it first, but you didn't let it come down here. We haven't had any rain, like I say, since May, so we're desperate. I really love the weather we have. It's wonderful weather, but I really also need to get some rain here for the plants and stuff, over.
Understand, but we're going to be selfish on this one here until we get our fill. After all, we have to fill up the big lake up here too, you know, over.
Yeah, that one was down right at noise level, so I didn't get much of it. Anyway, hopefully it'll be better on Sunday night, and we can get an update on your prognostication of the weather. 73s for now, Rich, and thank you and Jerry for always being there. I appreciate the Reading check-in. That's always good to know. That gives us a real good feel for how far we can get our signals up the valley. Take care, my friend. KD6SW, KO6HS, K6MYC. Over to you, John.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and Judy and group. KR6MR, Bozo 759. Also want to check in, Mike. K6QFO, Bozo number 613, over.
Okay, got 613 checked in there. Thanks. Is he up in your area somewhere?
Yeah, he is at his Placerville estate for a week, and he'll be going back down to the Bay Area. He said that his 9700 just took a dump. He lost his 2-meter finals, and then his rotor controller also died.
Well, that's weird. Boy, I wonder if he had a little lightning hit or something. Or 97, that's the first 9700 I've heard has failed. I don't think I've had anybody that has one that I know of that has had any problems with it at all, except their own between the ears problems, over.
Yeah, well, it might be between the ears, but he says that his 2-meter transmit is belly up.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's a fix that's easy. Probably just a module that they put in there. It's a 70-watt module. Or does it make 100 watts? What is it? 70 watts on 70 centimeters. 100 watts on 2, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 100 watts. I don't know if it's a module or a full board.
No, I would guess it's a module. That's my guess. That's kind of what they like to do. But I could be wrong. I haven't seen anything on it, much less if I wasn't standing there and somebody pointing out the stuff, I wouldn't be able to see what I was seeing anyway. But I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully he can get that sorted out. How did he connect with you?
2-meter simplex. He was on a bow fang on a rubber ducky in Placerville.
Oh, okay. Now, speaking of Placerville, we haven't heard K6WIS this evening. Paul, are you in here at all? K6 Whiskey India Sugar, are you here, Paul?
756.
Oh, there we are, 756, roaring in, even in the wrong direction. Darren, good to hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I managed to pull away for a minute and come out here and say hello. KG6 KFB 756 for the check-in, and I'll let you get back to it.
Okay, well, thanks for the check-in, Darren. And we'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully, on 432, and you can spend a couple more minutes with us there. Moving signal here on 2 meters, considering I'm pointed up at 235. 15 degrees off of you. So who knows? Anyway, it's working. Maybe we should always point this direction. Aye. Take care. KJ6 KFB and KR6MR for your final, John. K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, 70 degrees, Mike. I've got to run. My glass slipper is cracked, and my pumpkin is shriveling. So I'll see you tomorrow on 70 centimeters, KR6MR. Have a good evening.
Okay. It is getting to be pumpkin time, isn't it, there? Well, don't let the glass slipper go any further and get off to comfortable slippers there. Take care. KR6MR, we'll see you on 432 tomorrow. K6MYC. Anybody else before we go to Nevada?
Whiskey Alpha 6, Hotel November Alpha, 1013.
Okay, 1013. Good evening. And I guess you're going to get over to Phil's place in the next few days and make sure he can hook up on 2 meters again. Over.
You bet. Yeah, it's on my list, that's for sure. I just got back from Oregon last night and got the word from him that he's got a new HF amplifier and now his 2 meter stuff's not working. So I think somebody unplugged something. We'll get it figured out. I don't think it'll be too big of a problem. Back to you, Mike.
Yeah, it'll probably take all of 5 or 10 seconds once you get your head behind the radio or however you can do that. Yeah, they probably either unplugged a cable or something or something very simple. Okay, well, good to have you back. You got a booming signal here, but of course, Phil said he would not be here because of what we just talked about, strangely enough. Good to hear you. Glad that you had was that a vacation trip or a business trip or both?
Yeah, it was a vacation trip. We just, the campgrounds up there in Oregon are really nice. All the state campgrounds are amazingly super nice. So we usually try to get up there every fall and spend a couple of weeks just running around the state. So that's what we did. And we usually do some hamming, but we were so busy this time we never even got the antennas put up. So, oh well. Maybe next time.
Yeah, well, it's always nice after the school season starts because the rangers get a chance to get in there and clean it up and make it nice. And, of course, there's less kids running around and less people just in general after the school year starts. So if the weather was good, it can be a glorious time. And apparently you had good weather and no significant rain, huh?
We had a little bit of rain, too, but not too much. And I don't mind the rain. It's okay. I kind of enjoy that, too, since it's been so dry down here, as you're just pointing out. Back to you.
Yes. No rain here yet since May. So we're own dry, needless to say, except for what I'm watering. The pigs have found my yard again. They've got the front yard pretty well rooted up. I've got one area that I overwatered, or I've got a broken line underneath the grass, and we're not sure what's going on there. It's a water line that's probably a sprinkler line, but it's on twice a day for 10 minutes. So if it's really broken, it's making about a 10-foot area in my front yard very mushy. And boy, when it gets mushy like that, the pigs seem to have a skill at finding that, and they plowed my front yard in that area. Over.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, the feral pigs they'll get into just about everything and do quite a bit of damage. So anyway, we don't have any pigs here, but we've got bears running around our neighborhood, and they get into garbage cans. So that's what's being rooted up around here these days. Oh, K6MYC, WA6H, and I should probably let you go before the Nevada guys go crazy.
Yeah, well, they've already done that. When Frank's back on here, W6BBS, he had a terrible bear problem earlier, and he's got some great videos because he put the cameras out there and he took them live. So he's got moving video of the bear coming in and ripping the garbage cans open and showing the power of a bear. He had metal braces and rods and all kinds of stuff and tops and special tops on the cans and everything. And this damn bear just was... Well, he finally beat the bear, but boy, he had to go to a lot of trouble to do it. but he's got some great videos that he would probably shoot up your way. You'd get a kick out of. Over.
Oh yeah, you know, the crazy bears, those guys, they just think garbage day is a buffet, and they know all the different neighborhoods, and we've got one guy, we call him Barry the Bear. Anyway, he visited my neighborhood yesterday, and saw him at my neighbor's house, two of my neighbor's houses, but he must have come right through my yard, but I didn't see him. I've got 2 acres here, and I'm directly between the 2 people that saw him yesterday, so we were looking for him, but no luck. So anyway, I guess that's okay, though. I don't really need him digging through my garbage.
Well, you got to put hors d'oeuvres out there, you know, little salmon hors d'oeuvres and some shrimp things and sushi and oh my goodness, you'd get him. You'd make him very happy. All right, take care, Greg, and we'll see you perhaps tomorrow. You, I don't think you do have 432 yet, do you?
Well, I do, but I don't have it amplified. It's only 10 watts, so that probably won't work very well.
Well, you might try it. I don't know if you've got an antenna. At least if it's horizontal, we should be able to hear you. You're very strong tonight. The band on 2 meters, very, very good tonight. 7-3, say hi to Phil if you touch base with him in the next couple of days here. WA6HNA, K6MYC clear, and anybody else before we go to Nevada, please, over.
Well, Bozo number 410, KW6T in Latrobe. Good evening, Mike and Judy. Hopefully you guys are having a great evening.
Well, we are, and you made it even greater by checking in here. I've been missing you, of course. Figured you'd be checking in again before too long. So good to hear you there, 410. How you doing?
Doing all right. Just kind of, I had the grandsons over the weekend, and the parents went down to Las Vegas, and so they left the grandkids with us. So that was pretty fun. We had a great time with them, and as we always do. And so been pretty doggone busy. And you know, for being retired, I can't believe how busy we are. But anyway, not a whole lot going on radio-wise. No, I haven't gotten back up on the roof yet, and wow, it's been too long. But we'll get around to it, Mike. So I'll send it back to you. I know the guys up in Nevada are getting a little anxious here. So K6MYC and Judy, here's KW6T in Latrobe.
I'm not sure Ken's back from 2 meters, or 10 meters. He was here earlier, but I think he went on 10 and he's still there. Ken, are you back? Ken's not back. How about Rob?
Oh, yeah, I'm back. 10 meters ended a while back. I wanted to give a shout out to Greg up there, but I'm too late. Over.
Oh, probably not. Go ahead.
WA6HNA, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo. How you doing, Greg? How's the solar project? Over. Hey, Rob, KM6SR, WA6HNA. You're loud and clear. You're at S5 up here tonight, so you guys are all smoking in here. It's great. The band's really doing well today. Just got back from a couple of weeks up in Oregon, and I've got a couple of parts on order I need for the electrical hookup, but I'm hoping this next week I should have all the what would you call it, the battery backup portion of it all done, and then I'm waiting for a roof to get put on the house before I put the panels on. But slowly making progress. Back to you. Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds great there. You're making progress. I'm doing a little bit, but not quite as much as you there, so good to hear you there. Okay, Mike, thanks. KM6SR.
Yeah, and Greg, just for your information, 3 days ago we started to wire up the other meter, which has all my watering, 2 wells and the pressure pump on it. And that's just about functional now. It's functional. We got a little tweaking to do, but I'm on batteries, off-grid, both on this system in the house, the main house, and now the watering system is off-grid. With a PG&E flip of a switch is in the background, I can always go back if I need it for some reason. We don't have quite enough solar panels yet, so there's going to be some days when I'm a little dark and I don't have enough battery to get through. If I could afford one more battery and a pallet of solar panels for $3,000 or $4,000, I'd be pretty much where I have to be when I'm done here. Over.
Yeah, I'm going to have the same issue here. I think about 4 months out of the year in the wintertime, I'm going to have to take a little bit off of the grid. But other than that, I think I should be pretty much independent. And I've got just under 30 kilowatt hours of batteries, and I don't have to pump water or anything, so my use is a lot less than yours, I'm sure, and only about 1,750 square feet of house to keep cool or keep hot, so not too bad. All right, back to you, Mike.
Okay, very good. Well, you'll get it, and I've got the biggest thing right now is we need one more battery, perhaps, for the upper, for the well. We've got one of the, that's like a Tesla. It's like 4,800 watts of power, and we'll double that, and then we need some more solar panels for up there, and we'll use some of the older ones from the house system, and I'll replace the house system. The 200-watt panels will be replaced with the 450s, which will make a big difference. 7-3, we'll talk more. Say hi to Phil when you see him in the next day or so. WA6HNA, K6MYC, and good evening to you, Russ. Anybody else for the Bozo Net before we go to Nevada? All quiet on the western front. I have not heard Richard tonight, so we may be talking to ourselves here about Nevada. Okay, here we are pointed toward Nevada. Bozo Net, Nevada. Nevada Bozo Net, 2 meters. KD6BQ, K6MYC.
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249 in Nevada. Over.
Yeah, got your 249. You're not bodacious, but it's reasonable. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of QSB on your signal, but Stan, K7SUN, was in here earlier. He said he'd try to be back in time. Hopefully he's back in here, but he was here earlier talking about the net and various other things. Over.
Okay. 442, if I'm not mistaken. Did he give you the Bozo?
Oh, he did not, but we were talking. We moved up 5 kilohertz. We were talking up frequency a little bit. Over.
Okay, well, hopefully he's still in there. I think it's 442. I've written him in. I can cross-check that. Rob could find it. Rob, can you find a number for a K7 Sugar Uniform November?
Yeah, 442 is correct.
Okay, so my memory is still holding. I'm not losing it too bad yet. Okay, very good, Richard. Good to hear you. And, of course, we'll look for you tomorrow night on 432. Hopefully I didn't keep you waiting too long this evening. Hopefully you had something else to do in the shack there. Over.
No, we're all right. I always find other things to do and kind of listen in the background. You actually were a little louder and stronger earlier in the evening, I think, when you were pointed towards Sacramento. Over.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, but it's usually a peak rather than a real thing. But anyway, okay, let's see. Have you heard Larry at all?
I haven't heard him tonight. I just gave him a call on 220 FM, and I didn't get a response. So I don't think he's out there. You can give him a try, see if he's there. And I presume Daniel will be around, and maybe Stan. K6MYC, KD6BQ in Nevada.
Okay, let's go for Daniel first. Daniel, KE7UQL, and then Stan, K7SUN. We'll look for you in just a minute, Stan. KE7UQL. Go ahead, Daniel.
Okay, here is 272, KE7UQL. We're here. Over.
Okay, got your 272. And I think I wrote right over the top of 249, so I better rewrite that. Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Good to hear you. A nice, solid signal here this evening. Stand by a second. Let's see if Stan is in. I'm going to move the antenna just a little bit more to the east here. Probably don't need it, but we'll go there. K7SUN, Stan. K7 Sierra Uniform November in Fallon, Nevada. K6MYC, over.
Roger, Mike. K6MYC, K7SUN, Bozo number 442, 442, Mike. I'm present and accounted for a change. Over.
Yeah, Roger. And boy, if you're looking at the stream, you can tell yourself, pat yourself on the back. Booming signal this evening from Fallon. Booming in here. So great to hear you again. It's been a couple of months. Hopefully you're okay, and you were just doing some fishing trips and other stuff, but hopefully we'll hear you a little bit more often now that it's too dark to do anything else at this hour. Over.
Roger, yeah, fishing trips, hunting trips. I have a very nice bird dog. She is a French Brittany, and her name is Blue. And we've been hunting doves and hunting chukars and quail. Been doing a lot of hunting, Mike. Over.
Okay, so you're putting food on the table, are you, in these hard times?
Yes, well, it's nice to have the game, but it's mostly about me and the dog. You know, I just love taking her out. She's a pointer and a retriever, so I just love working with the dog. Over.
Yeah, super. I've never actually hunted that way. My dad and my uncles and my grandfather were all bow hunters. So we never hunted with guns. They always hunted with bows and arrows, and of course that's you don't shoot birds with bows and arrows. We were looking for deer and things, so a little bit less in the way of bagged food. Anyway, booming signal. Great to hear you, and like I say, hopefully we'll hear you more often here, and maybe even on one of the other bands. We still want to work you on 432 one of these days. That's tomorrow night. So if you can get on there tomorrow night and give it a whirl, let's see if we can make it with you. I run a pair of 440 XP40s, so they're 20 elements times 2 at 90 feet and about 800 watts. So we should be able to get up to you. I've got a clear shot to the Sierras there that we have to knife edge over. K7SUN, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, I will definitely give it a try. So I'll give it a big try to be there tomorrow night. So 73, Mike, K7SUN.
Okay, hang on a second. Rob, are you copying Stan?
Oh, sure. How you doing, Stan? K7SUN, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo, over.
Roger. You have very good signal here in Fallon tonight also. So you're solid S9 and bouncing a little better. So very good signal. Over.
Thank you, Stan. Yeah, I've got you on peaks about an S5 or so. At one point you were way down. I could hardly understand you. So a little bit of propagation. Thanks, KM6SR.
Roger. Have a great evening. K7SUN clear.
Okay, 7-3, Stan. Good evening to you. Thanks for sticking around. And we'll maybe see you Sunday night, if not tomorrow night on 432. 7:30, probably right around 8 to 8:15 is when we'll get to you tomorrow on 432. Over.
Roger. I'll try to be there.
Yeah, it's a lot earlier than the 2-meter one. Over.
Roger. Okay, sounds good, Mike.
Yeah, we had probably in excess of 40 check-ins here this evening. And whenever we get new people, and we got a whole bunch of contacts between here and Los Angeles, which slowed us up a little bit as well. So very busy, very good propagation evening here on 2 meters. Good night, Stan. K6MYC. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, back to you, Daniel, for a wrap there. KE7UQL for the final, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, let me clear something up about 1296 last night. I no longer have any antennas on the roof. Over.
Well, I don't know where you put them, but you had a good signal. Over.
Okay, you know, I replayed the live stream, and I was listening to myself on the live stream, and you know, we were only at about 25% reliability last night.
Yeah, well, obviously you can do more, but it wasn't bad. It was consistent. That was the big difference. We didn't hear you have any you didn't have any of those dropouts where there's no signal at all. Over.
Okay, but I did get checked in. We did get checked in with you. That's the main thing. So, okay, we'll let you get past this number 42 here, and we'll say K6MYC, KE7UQL, 73. Good night.
Okay, 73. Rob, do you want to say good evening to Daniel, if you're hearing him?
Yeah, he was kind of loud, and then he kind of went down a little watery. KE7UQL, KE7UQL, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo, over.
Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo, we have you. You're down at S1, but I got you. Your audio is good, over.
Roger, Danny. Yep, you came up a little. No S meter at all, but I'm hearing you there. It's good to hear you, over.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm still working POTA, over.
He said he's still working POTA.
Portal stuff's up and going, so I can do that, over.
Okay. You're taking a dive on me. I know it's getting weaker. How about you, Rob?
Yeah, that last one, he just went down, over.
All right, well, 73's, Daniel. Thanks much, and hang in there, and maybe in the near future you'll get the 1296 antennas up where they were before, and we'll see. Maybe where you have them currently is better. I don't know, because you were certainly consistent, but it was also a very good night, very good night last night on 1296. So it might have been just a good night as opposed to a good location. Hi. 73. And back to you, Richard, if you're still there. KD6BQ for a wrap. K6MYC Bozo Net.
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ. You're down in the fade right now, but 73, Mike, and we'll look for you tomorrow night with my 8 watts on 432. K6MYC, KD6BQ, 73.
Yeah, well, you're very loud, but I had the antenna way over at 15 degrees, so it was off of you a little bit there. Anyway, no problem. Solid copy, and we'll look for your 8 watts on 432 tomorrow night, Richard. Take care. KD6BQ, Wausau Valley, Nevada. Delta Mike 09, K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, north of Fresno. In Central California, Rob, do you want to try for Eddie?
Okay, yeah. I know why I wasn't hearing Daniel very good. I was pointing over to Stan still. And now I'm hearing Richard pretty good. KD6BQ, KM6SR here.
Yeah, KM6SR, KD6BQ. Good evening, Rob. You're not as strong as Mike, but you're Q5. Easy copy. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Mike's always got me beat. Anyway, good to hear you there, Richard. Thank you. KM6SR.
You're on a peak there. You're S9 on the peak there. So, good evening, KM6SR, KD6BQ in Nevada.
Yeah, he's only running a 2M9 SSB and about a kilowatt, so a little smaller antenna. I've got the 19XXX, and it's higher and more gain, probably 4 or 5 dB more gain, over.
Yeah, I'm only running the 2M12, so single Yagi.
Yeah, I'm single here too on this band currently. When I use the moon bounce array, it's 4 times 2 meter 2MXP 22s is what they are. So I got 44 elements, I guess. No, that's not right. 11, yeah, 44 elements horizontal, 44 elements vertical on the moon bounce array. By the way, over the weekend, Russ worked 32 contacts without trying real hard, 20 countries in that string, and 3 new countries for Russ. He worked the Caribbean station, he worked Israel, which is rare, and even rarer, he worked Turkey on 2-meter EME. Think of it.
Yeah, that's pretty fantastic. That's quite an accomplishment. Working Turkey on any band is difficult, much less 2 meters.
Yeah, it only took him an hour. He said, I had to call the goddamn guy for a whole hour. Can you imagine that?
Well, that's interesting that there's enough other stuff going on. It took him a while to get through, but an hour to call on 2-meter EME, and he made it. That's pretty good.
Well, my system works pretty good, and we were running modest power. I didn't have even, I think, about a kilowatt out there, and probably about 600 or 700 watts, maybe even less, getting to the antenna. Runs about 300 feet. No, it's not, but it's inch and 5/8 for a good part of it, but 7/8 some for other parts. So we've never really measured the power at the other end. But I didn't have the big amp out there. The one I'm talking to you on now is the big amp, and I could probably put the 2 meter one in here and put this big PQL back on EME. But this one just plays here, and I'm going to leave it for now. We may next year, if Russ wants to do more EME, maybe we'll put the power back in there in the house. Hi. 7-3, Richard, good to hear you. And we're going to go down and see if we can catch one more Bozo member, and then we'll call it a night here, and I'll go in and finish my dinner. KM6SRR, KD6BQ, KE7UQL, K7SUN, with a pause for N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC. Dead. Okay, and nothing heard from Larry, as we guessed. So let's go to Porterville.
Roger. I was going to ask you about Larry. You already answered my question there. Over.
What was the question?
If Larry was heard at all tonight, but he wasn't.
No, Larry. Nobody had heard Larry. Richard said he called him on FM link, but no response.
Well, if he's not on the FM link, he's not there, because I know they talk a lot on that. Anyway, KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2 meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SRR with K6MYC, standing by.
Or anybody else down that way. I'm rotating. I think, where am I pointed here? Yeah, I'm at 150 also. KE6BK, and anybody else down the valley or into Los Angeles that's still listening. Kilowatt 6 Mexico, Yokohama, Canada. K6MYC Bozo Net, but taking anybody that's hearing us. K6MYC, over. It's funny that we never get callers. The LA guys have they just become non-weak signal people, it seems.
Well, they start a bit earlier than us too, so they're over after we get going a little bit. Over.
I know, but in the old days, Rob, I could call CQ with my moonbound array from San Martin or here, and I could work 10, 15 any night on any given night, any night of the week, at any time. Over.
Huh. I guess they're just not listening that much. Maybe there's a lot of noise down there now. Over.
Yeah, that's probably most of it. Noise and XYLs and condominiums, condoms, restrictions on what you can put outside the house, and you name it. It's just killed VHF, serious weak signal work in the LA area, and all the way down for that matter.
Yeah, that's real theater of the mind, putting a condom on an antenna. Over.
Yeah, Judy found an interesting thing, and I don't know how it got here. She was looking through junk in my Radio Shack today, and on the floor, she found this little plastic envelope. And inside, it was a flannel condom. A flannel condom for old folks. Over.
No, I've heard everything. Oh, that's something else. That's the first. Well, you did have Rust coming in, and he's a ladies' guy, so maybe something's going on. Over.
Yeah, maybe it fell out of his pocket. I don't know how it got there, but Judy said it was underneath something else, like it had been there a while. Somebody was trying to give us a hint, I think.
Yeah, I guess that could be another angle, too.
I thought that was a crack up. I'd never thought of it, but it's probably a good idea, huh?
I don't know. I haven't been that direction before.
Okay. Can see I got you rolled up there with laughter or embarrassment, one or the other. All right. Let's see. Aaron, are you up to this conversation?
I'm blocking it out.
Oh, really?
No, I was just, I was over on the other side of the room looking on my phone, so I wasn't completely paying attention.
You heard the comment about the flannel condom for old folks.
Yes.
Okay, that's all it was. It was nothing more than that. Anything for a little comfort. All right, let's see. I guess that's it, guys. We're out of here. Aaron, thanks for your help tonight, as always. Rob, same to you. I didn't count, but I'll give this list. Judy isn't out here tonight because the boys were here, and I told her just stay inside and enjoy Bo and Matt. She always has a good time with the guys, and I just took numbers. I got a lot of numbers. Man, oh man, what do you got for numbers?
I got 41 there, so, and Aaron, are you flying solo tonight, over?
Oh, he had 1,100 there.
Yeah, Brittany's here.
Okay, make that 42, Mike.
You're 42. I don't know how many I got. I could probably count them, but I'd mess it up anyway. I got 4 columns of numbers here, some big lists tonight, boy.
It helped that I gave you like 7 numbers at the beginning of the net.
Yes, I got those.
And thank you, Aaron, for texting those to me. I got them also, over.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be the easiest way if you weren't in the room right at the top. And but yeah, he popped in here, and Bill was able to get back to him and wasn't really able to copy everything down. But I was able to hear him, so I wrote everything down and told Bill, just don't worry about it, Bill. I got it.
Yeah, I heard Dennis talking to AA Success Bill, and I didn't. He must have given the numbers before I started listening to him. Over.
Yeah, he had a good signal down in here, so I was able to copy all the numbers and call signs. So, but I don't think he was going to be able to hear me.
Well, he can hear you, but not always. Sometimes he'll have propagation that's good enough for you. Other times not. He's got 4 Yagis at 70 feet or something, so it's a pretty serious system.
Oh yeah, he was booming in here, so I just started jotting numbers down. But man, he had a lot of people to relay from Northern California.
Yeah, that was a bunch.
He could almost start his own net at 7 o'clock, which is practically what they probably did.
I guess that's what the guys want, but I guess can't get out here any night. Just no night can I get out here at 7 o'clock unless Matt's going to be on a weekend. I can, but that's the only time Matt isn't here. So by the time Matt gets home from work and we put something on the table, it's like tonight I didn't even finish. I got 5 minutes worth of eating and then I rushed out here.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to start earlier. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm usually wander in here about 7:15, get the net started, and then make sure I'm back in here by 7:30. But yeah, 7 would be too early.
Well, I come out earlier. I was out here about 5:30, and I turned everything on, so you knew that I was functional anyway, and you could get yourself looking good.
Yep, I noticed. Yeah, I had the radio was still on 1296, so I did a sanity check and checked the other radio, and okay, that one's still on 220, so he's probably in the barn tonight, and so I switched bands for you. But you threw me a curveball the other week when you were prepping the moon bounce array and operating 2 meter from the house.
I'll try to do you that way every now and then, just to make sure you're paying attention. I came out here and I switched. I came out here and I thought, well, I was just on 2 meters. That was just last night. I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. And I didn't even look at the frequency. The noise came up and it sounded normal, so I didn't even go any further, but I would have found it. But at least the radio is on and you can switch it, so that's the main thing. 7-3, guys. I'm gone. K6 MYC.
All righty, good night, Mike. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
Tonight, Flannel Guy, K6MYC, KM6SR 73.
Flannel Master. Just call me Flannel Master. Oh, boy. Okay, 7-3, guys, K6MYC.
All righty, and good night to everybody on YouTube. K6USY, cutting you guys loose.
Good night, Aaron. K6USY, KM6SR, 73.
All right, good night, Rob. We'll catch you on 432 tomorrow night. K6USY.
Roger.